Welcome to Author Mastery's The Expert Alchemy Formula. Alright, before I go through this formula, something I keep repeatedly getting asked is, how do we position chiropractic so we are the go-to experts, that we stand out amongst all the healthcare practitioners as the authorities, as the leaders, and as the people that we need to go to if we want to recapture, reclaim our health and our well-being. And for me, position yourself as an expert, as being an authority, the number one go-to, comes down to this formula. Very, very simple yet very profound, and I'm going to summarize this in, I hope, under 3 minutes so it's really accessible for you and to you. So the first, to become a go-to expert in your field, one, you've got to write a best-selling book. It really is as simple as that. And this entire platform, this entire Author Mastery series of videos and education materials gives you the framework, the knowledge, the understanding on how to effortlessly write a best-selling book, even if you are a complete dyslexic, have never written a book before, have never written an article before, claim that you cannot write and that you can't even spell, so how could I possibly write a book? You can. And while I'm overviewing the Expert Alchemy Formula here, I'm not going to go into incredible, extraordinary depth, but suffice to say, write a book. When you can write a best-selling book, and I can show you how, and I can give you a step-by-step blueprint for effortlessly and easily doing that, you've got a framework from which then you can go next to craft a compelling presentation. You need to then become a keynote speaker. And you might then, of course, say, well, I've never spoken. I'm a shy, introverted person, just like me, and you've never been on a stage, and you don't even get invited to go on stages because you've got nothing to say. Well, let me tell you, once you've written a best-selling book, you have got a massive amount to say. And here's the kicker. Guess what? You've already said it all. You already know it all. You have already delivered this education, this valuable content to people in your practice. That means if you took every message you shared, and again, here I am in my practice room, and if you shared all the table talk that you provide to your patients, the explanation of what chiropractic is, how chiropractic works, how chiropractic is relevant to them, the value it's going to add, the impact that it's going to have. Those conversations accumulate to hours and hours worth of knowledge, insight, wisdom. You already deliver keynotes. It's just that it's one-on-one here within your practice. And then when you refine those skills, when you enhance and improve your ability to articulate your message confidently and competently on a stage and on a platform, which takes time, yes, a little training, of course, but you've already got the knowledge. You already have this communicable skills. It's just about delivering it with more intention. So, one, write a best-selling book, easy to do. Craft a presentation. As I said, this simply means structuring the information you have, the knowledge that you have, into a framework to deliver it more competently, more confidently, more effectively. And again, easy to do when you know how, and I can give you the framework for that possibility. Finally, you deliver a transformational in-house care program in your practice. As simple as that. And you may say, look, I already do that. I deliver care programs. Somebody comes in with arthritis or degeneration. I've got an arthritis series of adjustments. And it's much the same as my ADHD series of adjustments, and it's much the same as, well, it could be the same as any of the presenting complaints that people come into your practice with. That doesn't mean you have evidence that you have a distinct blueprint of care specific to the message that you want to share. So now, bringing those 3 points together in context, let's say that you have a really strong understanding of, maybe even a higher level of expertise in sports chiropractic. You deal with sports, people coming in sports, you help them get back on the pitch, you give them peak performance outcomes. And look, it doesn't matter what the niche is, by the way. Your niche could be headaches, migraine, it could be back pain, it could be working with executives, it could be children, it could be colic reflux, it could be arthritis, it doesn't matter. You know you've got some special skills that produce special outcomes in a group of people. So you say, okay, I know that I work great. I'm just, for simplicity, going to work the sports medicine area. I know I work great, do great deeds and produce great outcomes with people who come in with sports injuries and goals of not only getting back on to the court, to the field, to the pitch, whatever it might be, but they perform better, perform at higher levels of function, and after that, they're so grateful. And so I know I've got these skills, this knowledge and this ability, and I know the message I share with them and the education I deliver with them, then what I do is I put myself in a position of capturing that information. And whether you write a book just from scratch, whether you get someone like me to help you to write that book, or whether you use a different type of a blueprint, by the way, go to the website that this entire platform is dedicated to, and you'll have a framework for how to write a book. So you take your knowledge, you put it into a book, suddenly becomes a bestseller. Boom. Then you go and you put on your website, your social media platforms, education information around this. Then you start delivering PowerPoint presentations from your book as a platform basis. And now you're going to then say, this is the structure of my care program. You're going to give it a special name. It might be the Athlete's Peak Performance Program. It doesn't have to be different to what you are doing, but you label it, you name it. And from that, you've got a specialized in-house program that you're delivering presentations, lectures and education on, that pinnacles to your book. Suddenly you find yourself as the go-to, because people want the chiropractor, the sports specialist to help them with their condition, who's got the book, who's doing presentations, who's got content on their social media, who's educating and delivering great value, and who has a specialized specific care program in their practice. That is the framework. So as I said, I keep getting asked is, how do I position myself? There's the framework. If you want more information on that, just message below, let us know what you want to know, and we can answer those questions. Equally, go through the content on this page. There's so much value, so much insight. Go to the Chiro Author Mastery website, look at the material and information we have there. The journey is accessible and available to you, and I'd love to be able to help you if I can. Write that book, develop those presentations, refine the in-house care program so you can transform lives in your patients and community in a profound and powerful way. So I look forward to assisting and helping you in any way possible.